We are going live for Tuesday Talks. Now, Tuesday Talks is all about getting to know an individual, finding out what they like, what they do, what do they care about, and what ticks them, what keeps them going. So today's guest is Tanja. Tanja is a yoga teacher and a yoga retreat business owner. Comes from an IT management consulting professional background and is also a single mom. Tanja has been very successful in her healing journey. She healed bulimia and body image through yoga practice and meditation. Tanja's goal is to inspire and empower other women at the moment. I see you there, Tanja. Let me bring you up. And does it work?
Hello.
Hey, Tanja, how are you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm good. Zishan, we were speaking so much with you, but eventually you pronounced my name as Tanya. Yeah, but it's okay, it's okay. But yeah, I mean, it's not the first time we see each other, but still, okay. So yeah, Tanya.
Tanya, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I do apologize. You will think that I would be good at names now. That the amount of people I meet. But yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So hi.
thank you very much. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for taking the time out, Tanya, and joining us on Tuesday Talks. So I've done obviously a short introduction for you already, but you're the best person to expand on that and let everybody know who you are for the people who are joining us now and what you do. The biggest question that everybody has also on Tuesday Talks is, why do you do it? Have we lost Tanya, or because I'm not seeing her move? I'm not too sure. Hopefully, her signal is good. Oh no, have we dropped?
Yeah, hello again. I lost you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking as well. I said, where did he go? So you're back.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
I'm back.
let's let
Yes.
everybody know who you are, what you do, and why do you do it, Tanya?
Yeah, so I am a yoga teacher and I have a background as a fitness trainer, and I'm still doing that. And I also work as an IT management consultant. But my passion is yoga and feminine retreats. So this is what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm also a single mom, but well, I think that my maybe hardest years are behind because my boys are now 17 and 19, so it's not the
Ah,
same. It's not the
yeah.
same when they are 5 and 7, so it's different. So yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. So yoga teacher, IT management consultant, fitness trainer, and retreat business owner.
Wow. And when you're doing all this, what made you to decided to pick up all these, like the retreat business and the yoga instructor? Uh, is to do with your own health self as well, right?
Yes. So eventually it started with fitness. So I've never been a sporty person, and I was overweight during my childhood, and my sports teacher, I don't know, probably hated me because I wasn't sporty at all. I had so
Mm,
many troubles and I hated sports too. But
okay.
I started fitness after my second kid, and it was kind of more for health, for interest. But it became my passion. Somehow I started reading more about nutrition, about the smart way to exercise. And
Mm,
then I joined a very inspirational studio in Latvia which, and so I am myself, I am from Latvia. So, and these guys in that studio, they inspired me to become a fitness trainer. And of course, the main reason was to feel good and also to look good as a, you know, as you start fitness, you start nutrition, your body changes. But what I also noticed that with fitness, I got a more, you know, I got more confident, and I just really, I noticed a change in me as a personality. I become more confident, more assertive, my career improved, you know, so it was very connected. And I said, okay, then I actually want to become a fitness trainer and inspire other teachers. So not only because of shape, not only because of body, but also because fitness really helps people to become a better version of themselves. So this is kind of where it started, but I probably got too deep into nutrition because myself, I achieved this perfect body, you know, and I didn't want to lose that because, well, eventually the healthy body is not always framed body, is not always musculous body, you know, so you really need to think to find the balance. And I definitely lost the balance. I was on a very low carb diet to maintain the shape I was thinking is perfect for me, you know. And I wasn't aware at that moment of time that my bad mood, my mood swings, you know, that it actually comes because I was on a low carb diet, you know. And at some point, my body just stopped listening to me. And
Oh,
I
wow.
was picking up weight. Yeah, so my body just, we got so disconnected to, you know, to each other, like from each other, so disconnected that my body started getting weight out of nothing. Because imagine, I was working as a fitness trainer, as a group instructor. I had like 10, 15 group classes a week where I was moving together with my students. And then I was running, I really liked that, you know, and my body was picking up weight. I was on a low carb diet and I was, you know, getting weight, you know.
Wow.
So I really liked that, my job. But what I also noticed is that eventually there are other ladies like me who are coming to my high intensity group classes to lose weight, to leave those calories, and they haven't even eaten properly today. So it's kind of your very, very favorite baby, this fitness, because I loved that job like crazy. I still love it, you know. But at the same time, when you see the side effect, you see those other ladies who are not satisfied with the way they look. And sometimes there is really nothing to lose, actually, you know. They really are very beautiful and they are thin, you know, and they still want, you know, lose more.
More.
They are,
Yeah.
yeah. And at the same time, knowing myself, I understand that they are so unhappy because eventually this unhappiness with yourself, it always spreads to other areas of your life, you know, to your kids, to your relationships, to your work. You just stop seeing joy of life anyway because you're just counting calories, you know, that's everything you do. So this is how I was lost at some point of time because at on one side I really liked my job as a fitness trainer, but another like side effect was that I was sometimes looking at those people and I could notice them in the crowd and I was thinking, oh my God, I am killing them, you know, because it was really like it was too much, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, and with me, a very kind of soft version of bulimia started at some point. So my body didn't want to receive and maintain or keep food. So it was okay when I was snacking, you know, just taking something really small, but my body couldn't hold the proper meal, you know. So, and this is I was really suffering, but then pandemic hit. And I also had my another job as IT consultant. And at that moment of time, there was another, it's not really a crisis, but it was a very big disappointment in my work because I really enjoyed my company where I worked. It was very modern, contemporary, you know, why I love IT is because you're constantly developing, you are learning new things all the time, you know. And at that point of time, my company, there was a merge and acquisition, and we became very corporate, you know, very static. And it was such a big disappointment for me, but I still had to stay to support this process of merge and acquisition because I was manager and I had my team of people I was responsible for, and we had very good relationships and connection. So I didn't want to leave that company. I wanted to take care about my people first to finalize this acquisition process and then leave. And then pandemic hit. So
Wow.
I was lost. I was really miserable in my IT job. I was lost in my fitness job because I really loved that. But I also saw, you know, the side effects in myself. I was suffering from eating disorders. We can say it loudly, you know.
Yeah.
And I started doing yoga as a recovery. Eventually, my yoga story started from Verve, which is a local body balance alternative in Latvia, in the whole Baltics, but it's deeper, you know, and it comes from yoga philosophy, you know. And I started wondering, why do I feel so good with Verve when I'm doing Verve? It's like body and mind class with music, slow, with meditation or relaxation in the end. And I was always thinking, like, why am I feeling so good and peaceful after that? What is the magic, you know? Then I, as Verve was based in yoga, I started practicing yoga. Nobody from my teachers shared yoga philosophy with me, really. So as
Okay.
fitness trainer, I was kind of more looking into physical benefits, but I always got this very, very good feeling after yoga. And then, yeah, during pandemic, I decided I will do yoga teacher training. I don't care. It was second wave. Just something inside me said, you go now, you know? We
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
care. You just go. And during my yoga teacher training in Portugal, just during one meditation, I healed my bulimia. And
Wow.
how it happened. We were studying different yoga philosophy aspects and the message of Bhagavad Gita that everything you need, you have within. And the teacher explained that eventually we are so powerful in our beliefs and minds is that whatever we tell us, it, you know, it gets true, you know, it becomes true and it manifests in our life. And I started analyzing this my bulimia thing, and I thought, but actually it's true because I just said at some point of my life that if I eat this, I will be fat. If I eat this, I will be fat. But it's not true. I'm healthy. I don't have allergies, you know. Eventually, I can eat everything, you know. So we did that meditation. And after that meditation, I told myself, I can eat. Nothing will happen to me.
Wow.
And I started eating everything. We had amazing food in yoga teacher training, vegan food, but really very abundant. You know, really, you know, it was amazing, amazing meals, but they were very abundant, very calorie rich. And you know, during that yoga teacher training, I was doing only yoga. I didn't have time
Okay.
to run. I didn't have time to do my fitness training. and I lost 6 kilos in 3 weeks. Imagine. And I could
Yeah.
eat everything, you know? It's just one meditation, and it's just something that I unlocked in myself, just telling myself, no, it's like these are lies. You can, you know? And since that, yoga is my passion, you know? And since that, uh, you know, because look at my story. I started fitness because I wanted to inspire other people, especially ladies, because they become more confident, they become better version of themselves, they can achieve more, you know. And then with yoga, it's a little bit a different flavor. It's actually is that you are the creator of your life, you know, you are the creator of what is happening to you. Yeah. So this is a beginning, of course, of the story, right? Because I just said, okay, but then yoga is doing this thing to me, you know, and now I want to teach, I want to tell other people what we actually are capable of, you know. So, nutrition and healthy eating is part of that because after yoga teacher training, I started digging deeper into what they call mindful eating. Yeah, mindful eating when you eat what your body wants or what your body asks you at this moment. And let's say me, who is who was on a carb low diet for so many years and who knows exactly how many calories is in different you know in different
Yeah.
food,
Yeah.
I started eating things that I really wanted to eat, you know. For example, if I wanted to have croissant for breakfast, I did that and I felt good and nothing happened to me. But other day I don't, you know? And this mindful eating, this is also something that I also in parallel not really preach, but this is something I also incorporate into yoga teacher yoga training that I am doing or yoga teaching. So eventually, uh, if we summarize from my story and where I am today, it's now I am at the next stage already. Is the I want everyone to believe and to see how powerful they are. But today I am at the next stage of my life when I also see that mind is one thing, but body is another thing. So there are some things that we can unlock with mind, but then there are some things which are very difficult to unlearn or to unmanifest, and they are stored in our bodies as memories. And next stage of yoga teaching that I am teaching now is very connected to other types of movement, not only yoga asanas, but also dance and somatic movement, somatic practices. Because there are some things, okay, I spotted my problem. I said, yeah, it's me who just told myself I cannot eat, I can eat. But some things are not conscious and they are stored in our bodies and they manifest in our life as automatic reactions. And this is
Okay.
something not always you can capture that with your mind. And when you move in a new way, this is how you also get rid of the things that are inside you as your impressions. In yoga, we call this, there is this definition in yoga, samskaras, impressions or imprints. Something happened to you in your past, and this is why you have made some conclusions, and this is how you see the world now from that impression. And it's all in your body and maybe even it's unconscious.
Mm.
So with the way you move in the new ways, yoga practice, dance, maybe somatic practices, yeah, or whatever speaks to you, you know, if you move in a new way, it also unlocks those unconscious things and you really liberate yourself.
I really love this, the whole journey from the starting to where you are now. How it started with you just trying to be healthy, you're not being happy with how you looked, and healthy eating habits and all that stuff. So you just wanted to be healthy and look good and be more confident with yourself, right? Um, and obviously you realize that as you went into this health journey, the confident, I can definitely agree with you that 100%. You you know apart from gaining more energy that you suddenly have once you become a bit more conscious of health and you start doing the movements and everything else, the confidence you gain from it, because now you are confident in maybe showing up to a place where you would have not gone before because you weren't, or wearing that piece of shirt or clothes that you would have not worn before and go out in it, right? And now you're just doing it, right? And things like that. So definitely confidence comes from all this. It works 100%. And amazing thing that I heard here was, you realizing your own potential by the very first meditation. Few people obviously take longer, but knowing that from the very first, that means that it was so powerful for you that you were connected to yourself already. It's just the communication was disconnected, the body and mind and so forth, and what you were doing to yourself as well with it. That meditation linked it everything together and just brought it in front of you. um, and I can see that happening because you were searching for it, you were looking for it. What is it, why am I doing these things, why am I still, I'm so healthy and active and all this, is why is this still happening, right? And then it came to you. So I'm sure a few people are already aware of it in the meditation world, where we call that the download. So you had the download, right? So when you had the meditation, so it's amazing to go through that, and now you are helping others to also find what the cause is for them. Because and I love that you mentioned that we are the creators of our life. Definitely 100% we are that. If you can think of it, you can do it, right? I always say to people, the chairs that we are sitting on, the phone we are using to have this communication on, it is someone's thought. They thought of this, and then it came into being. And that pretty much anybody who thinks of anything can bring it to life. And that comes to our own life as well. So we are the creators of our life. If we can think of a better lifestyle, a better life for ourselves, definitely will happen.
Yeah.
We just need to then start following that path. And I can see the example in you that who's done that and is following and creating that. So now you're obviously doing all these things, which seems quite hectic and busy from it. I'm sure there is some sort of a balance that you've created. How did you now manage to create yourself a balance? Just in case, for the people who are listening to us now or watching this, if they are doing few extra things, everything, and then they're like unable to find a balance, because it does sound like you have quite a lot of things going on at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I am just building teams, at my work. I build the team I can trust,
Mm,
and I lead the team towards the goals. And same I'm doing with my retreats. So at some point of my life, I understood I will not be able to do all these things, and I'm doing if I'm doing it on my own.
mm,
But I can really share, I can direct, I can guide, and then I can do. So for now, I'm teaching only 2 classes a week, and I am doing a lot of preparations for retreats, and I am doing consulting, but I am not, I am a contractor, you know, so it's different.
Mm, mm,
And you are really right, because it's about balance, and yoga is about balance primary. Yeah. So I just understood what is most important for me. And of course, sometimes I just cannot stop because I'm so passionate, I'm so inspired. I just cannot stop. But it seems that it's a lot, but if you delegate the things in the right way and you give some part to somebody doing, and you know, then it works. It works.
that that's an amazing share there. To build a team, at one point, you know that you are not able to do everything, especially once you start growing and start taking in a little bit more of expansion that comes with what you're doing, right? So if your business is growing, your work is growing, your clients are growing, you know, every anything that you're doing is gonna grow at one point. So if you're aware of that growth that you need to now grow, and that can only happen with delegation, having a team, work with the team, because you know I don't know any company out there who's just one man, one person. So for a successful company, they always have a team, no matter how small or big that is. This depends on yourself, right? So there's no shame in having small teams as well. Team is a team who's helping you grow and achieve what you need to achieve, help others. Well, you know, by helping you, they're helping others as well. Um,
Yes,
so
exactly. Mhm.
the question I had in my mind was, uh, when when you started building the team, what was the, I would say, challenges that you came across? Because a lot of people are usually scared to delegate. You know, like, okay, did you had that sort of challenges, like, oh, I don't know if I want to give this thing to this person or this thing to that person.
Mhm.
This task, I do it much better.
Uh, no, I never had that, because again, yoga means union. And once you understand the full meaning of that, the all flavors of this yoga means union, then you just forget about some competition or some, I don't know, some things that you wouldn't trust to your team. So in yoga, when we say union, we mean that the person next to me is my extension. And if this
Mm,
person does good, then I'm benefiting from that. So that's about the question about somebody not doing some things better than me. But the approach when I choose people, I always choose people who are better than me. And so that's the thing, you know. I'm trying to find somebody who can do things I cannot do. And also, I try to see that that person is motivated. And also, what is very important is that this person is grounded, organized, and disciplined.
mm, mm,
I have been in spirituality for many years, and unfortunately, I have met a lot of mentally unstable people. Today they are inspired, tomorrow they are nowhere. They cannot focus because they need to do their work before they are ready to do spiritual work, you know, or teaching or taking some responsibility. I mean, yes, we are inspired and we want to go and we want to share, but we first need to make ourselves in order. So for me, what is very important when I build people, when I meet people I want to partner with, is that these people are, they can something that I cannot do,
mm.
and they are organized. So they are grounded. They have their strong whys. This is something that is very important when you, or maybe partner or collaborate or build a team.
I really love this in terms of finding people who are grounded and organized, and just looking for some people who actually are doing things that you're not able to do, because that's the whole purpose of building the team. So when you're delegating a task, it's a task they excel at and is amazing at it, and then when you get the result from their work, as you said, it's the extension of yourself, so it's
Yes.
going to be an amazing work. Thanks for sharing that. So, and I wanted to also ask, do you have a morning routine, for example, being the health conscious and instructor and everything, you must have tried quite a few things, and what's like stuck with you now in that case? Some people also like to call it ritual. So is there a certain thing for yourself?
Yes. Uh, Even though I am a yoga teacher, I start with running. Let's say I wake up, and first thing, I really love to stay in silence for some first minute, just uh, you know, meeting, greeting this new day. I
Mm,
really love when I hear sounds from the street, birds or something. I wake up 5:30, so
wow.
I love those 2-3 minutes of just okay, it's a new day. Wow, it's a new day, you know. And then I do some breathing to wake
Mm,
up my face, and it takes maybe 3-4 minutes, not much. And then water and runnings. That's what I'm doing almost every morning. But of course, sometimes you're tired. You cannot run every day, really. And on days when I cannot run, I either go out or I stay in bed, and then I do some reading or meditation just to tune into my day. I start my work 8, so I need to be ready before that. And when I'm done with my running, I go back and I do meditation, walking meditation. I have my favorite ones, and they really help me to tune into the day. And then when I'm back home, it depends. Sometimes I still have time for some sun salutations or something. Sometimes I just want to sit still and just enjoy last minutes of peace before
yeah.
all the business things are starting.
Mm.
And yeah, that's my morning routine. Yeah.
And that's an amazing one in routine in regards to going off to the run, and also finding that incorporating meditation and stillness and breathing. So it's a quite mix of pretty much everything to wake up all the senses
Yeah.
of yourself and your body, and obviously you're part of the 5 a.m. club, so you are pretty much in the day all awoken and refreshed and ready to take on the day by the time it's 8 9, at 9 p.m. 9 a.m. sorry, working, getting ready for work. And that's an amazing takeaway for people who've been watching us now, to incorporate what works best for you in the mornings, because the great start of the day is always the great start of your morning. How you wanna, so I mean, I like my quiet mornings, in terms of like, okay, when I get up, I take the water first thing in the morning, and after everything, I sit down with my breakfast and I'm just looking out the window, so I'm just soaking in the day before the actual day starts in itself. Spending time with myself, so I'm acknowledging me, and also reflecting what should I be doing throughout the day, if there is anything important that needs a lot of my attention, or not, and then you know
Yeah.
take on the day before I like to call it the chaos, before the chaos begins, right? So it's the calm, it's the calm before the storm, right? So
Yeah.
enjoy the calm before the storm, and when the storm comes, I try to find the center of that storm, so still in peace. So
Yeah, you are ready.
and
Yeah, when the storm comes, you are ready. Yeah.
exactly. So we
Mm.
are ready for the storm.
Mm.
And I love that. So you're doing similar things in terms of that. There are sometimes I don't get to do any of those things, because I travel quite often as well for meetings, and I like traveling. So I travel quite often. So not every time has that, and hence I suppose that's where I picked up the habit of having those quiet mornings, so that I feel grounded and rested before now I start moving around and so forth, right? Is there something that you also do to close your day and be ready for the next day? Is there a ritual or a routine for that?
Some days I'm doing yin yoga before I go to bed. It's so relaxing, and actually it's very cleansing. And usually I am doing meditation before I go to bed. I'm journaling. I really experienced a very nice journey with Dear Universe Journal.
Okay.
It's yeah by Sarah Proud. So it's 3 months long journal, and you start your day with some things you're grateful for, and you write down your affirmation for the day, and in the end of the day you write how your day went, and what manifested, or what were the highlights of the day,
Mm.
and something you want to tell yourself in the end of the day. I really like that. And sometimes I'm still doing that. That journal is for 3 months, and now it's over. But I really like just reflecting on the day when I go to sleep. Some days I'm listening to some meditations or doing some meditations. Of course, there are different days, and you feel differently. But this is, yeah, either I do a relaxing style of yoga, maybe yin or restorative, or just gentle, and meditation when I am in bed.
Well, so meditation obviously is the best thing to do. So also to calm her down and close the day. And I love that. We had a question that popped up, and they are asking, could you please share one of your favorite walking meditations that you can share?
Sure. Sure, of course I can do. One of my favorites are by Joe Dispenza, but they are not, it's not Joe Dispenza's voice. So these are my favorite. And I also like Sonia Choquette. These are my
Mm,
favorites, absolute favorite. And sometimes I'm changing. And when it comes to Sonia, you cannot find it on YouTube. It's on Mind Valley app. But
okay.
with Joe Dispenza, you can find it on YouTube, or buy from him. And so, yeah, these are my favorite. And of course, I can share some links after live.
No, amazing, amazing. So you can drop it in the comments once we finish the live, and it will be posted on both of our
Definitely.
um, pages there. And so we're going to be wrapping this up shortly as well. And I love the journey that you shared and how you're inspiring other women also to find these out. Because I believe, and it is more affected on the sides of, I know men also go through, these things in terms of not being confident in their bodies, some not happy with themselves as well. But obviously, yes, being women as well, it just takes a lot more toll on women, because there's a certain image that they had to adhere to, or not had to, they would like to adhere to, because they're like, oh yeah, this is what the society says looks good, right? And there are some men also who are affected by that, like, oh yeah, you need to be muscular, you need to be this, you need to be leaner, and then they are also affected by the same thing. But is so glad that you are also able to help the women who are affected
Yeah.
by all this.
Yeah, you
How can
still.
they reach out to you? Let's
So,
go.
yeah. I just wanted to maybe add a little bit is that I am teaching about balance,
Mm,
and balance, let's say, of right amount of feminine in the feminine in a woman. So, meaning that it's not only about body and nutrition, but it's also about the ability to maintain your feminine power in being by being in a masculine world. So now, when you were mentioning men and women, the thing is that nowadays in our world, and myself as a single mom, I can also say that we as ladies have to be so masculine, and the thing is that we cannot actually in some cases we just cannot be feminine, right? And just understanding who you are through connection to yourself, you can really help yourself to be more feminine or to do right choices, because you establish that belief in yourself, that confidence, you establish that that trust to yourself through conscious practices, including yoga. And then it's easier to be feminine. So this is what I am currently doing. In some of my retreats are really yogic retreats. They are very about yoga philosophy, chakras, elements of nature, but some of them are about balance of masculine and feminine through practices such as dance, yoga, of course, and personal photography. So that's another,
okay.
yeah. So that lady, when she's going through this beautiful transformation during the retreat, she also can see her beauty captured by professional photographer. And it's amazing. I am observing beautiful, amazing transformations. You just the way the lady came to retreat and when she's leaving is totally different. So my life journey started with this nutrition and fitness and with all these things, and now I am moving to a next, let's say, stage when I'm not only helping ladies to do this healthy lifestyle, but to trust them as ladies and to find this balance of masculine and feminine when they need to switch on this masculine and when they need to be women but still put boundaries, make right
I really,
choices.
yeah,
Yeah.
I really love this, and it's got me interested in the retreat side of things as well, right? So how you said you do it a couple of times a week, is it? Or
No, no,
and
no.
is that
So when it comes to, I am doing classes and
yeah.
retreats. So retreats is I do different durations. It's
Mm,
like a holiday, yogic holiday,
okay.
yoga lifestyle holiday, and so it's a holiday for starting from 5 to 7 days, and I'm doing that in different locations. I have amazing partners with their venues
Mm,
who provide us with everything, with accommodation, with tours, with food, vegan options or different gluten-free options, whatever. And we do this program. So every day we are following a specific topic. We
mm,
do yoga practices, meditation, breathing, and we do some self-discovery practices or self-discovery workshops, and also practical workshops, dance, photography, somatic practices, and just exploring, journaling. So I am doing that in 4 countries currently. It's Croatia, June and September this year. It's Bali, which is November, and it's Spain, Tenerife, which is January. And then I also have great partners in Greece, but I just haven't made plans with them this year yet. So it's
mm,
probably something that is coming. So all the information can be found on my Instagram profile, or the links. So you can sign up for my retreat. And of course, you can always message me, DM me, and my posts on Instagram, they are also uncovering the programs, they are uncovering, and you can also see a lot of pictures from my retreats and what we are doing there. So, so yeah, I'm currently teaching just 2 classes a week, but I'm working on these programs,
mm,
and yeah, I am organizing this yogic or feminine retreat trips. Yeah, so that's another thing that I'm doing, and it's really something that works amazing because as you go to a retreat, nothing disturbs you. You're just there, and you
mm.
have no choice but to work on yourself. So that's amazing.
I love that. And how long are the retreats? How many days or weeks?
So in Croatia, it's 6 nights, 7 days. In Bali, it's 7 days, 7 nights. In Tenerife, it's 4 days, 4 nights, 5 days. So they are
Okay.
different. Yeah, yeah. So and the programs are different too. The program in Bali is called Eat, Pray, Love, and we are following the journey of Elizabeth Gilbert, right? So uh,
Okay.
the program is built in stages. So first you are like in Italy, you enjoy life with all your senses. Then you go through a spiritual transformation, which is a reflection of your India time in ashram. And then
Mm.
you finish in Bali, in Indonesia, when you meet your love. So, and also
Ah.
and the program is following the stages. And of course, we're turning that into some practices with yourself. And then you are, you go through actually transformational journey. When it comes to Tenerife retreat, then we are, let's say, in yogic practice, we have three main chakras which are connected with pleasure and with expression of feminine, which is throat, heart, and hips or sacral chakra.
Mm.
And this is how Tenerife retreat is built. Every day we are focusing on one area in our yoga practice, in dance practice, and in workshops to unlock, to uncover what is stored there, to find disbeliefs or limiting beliefs. And in Croatia, I am doing very yoga philosophy retreats, and it's a great place for that because of amazing nature of Croatia, and also the venue in Croatia is it's in between of nature. It's on an island Hvar, and it's so authentic. It's very Croatian, it's very
Mm.
cozy. And I am doing the program that is called Balance and Bliss, which is chakra based. Every day it's a different chakra, and then they explore. And Yogi Explorer, which is also yoga and exploration of the island, because the island has so much to to propose, to offer. So this is what we are doing in Croatia.
I really love this. And it sounds so amazing in terms of like you want to follow the whole journey from the starting to the end. So you want to go to all these stages and then come out as a whole repurposed person, uh, being in your higher best self. And I love this. And I will recommend 100% everybody who's been listening to this podcast since the beginning or just tuned in to go and check out your profile and see the information. And it's from what I'm listening, it's amazing. And if I could join, I would have joined, but obviously I can't. So. But I would definitely talk to a few people about it because it's just an amazing journey that you've just mentioned here. And we had a question that came up whilst you were mentioning this, and let me see if I can bring it up. Um, so they want to know where they can meet you outside of Stuttgart.
Yeah, because this is my student Maya. Thank you for this question. I love you very much too. Right, these are my Latvian students that I followed the dream of my son, and I am now temporarily located in Stuttgart because my son started education here. So I
Mm,
had to leave my fitness and my yoga community back in Latvia. And
okay.
of course, my people miss me, and I miss them also so much. But yeah, Maya, I'm waiting. I am visiting Riga in April, and I hope to see you in Croatia in June.
That's the one. That's the one. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, where can we meet you outside of Stuttgart in Croatia?
In Croatia, yeah, in
There you go.
Croatia, yeah, there you go. But also Milano, and well, I'm traveling a lot, so it's yeah,
So
yeah,
it's going to be a year of traveling for everybody.
yeah.
Um, but I want to take this time to say thank you very much for sharing such an amazing journey and doing so much for the women to find that balance. As you said, and you pointed out an amazing observation that obviously currently and nowadays uh, how women have to obviously be in their masculine side of things quite often, that the feminine side, which is still there, gets lost or is not honored. And then there's from listening to you, I what I was picking up was then there's a fight between the masculine and feminine side of things, and you obviously have to look at one, but you can actually look at both at the same time and find the balance with them, and just like switch between what is needed, right? So
Mm.
I'm thinking of, because I like driving, but I also love walking. So I'm thinking of walking. So we can walk most of the places, or we can also run to the most of the places. But then you need to find the balance of like, when's the best time to continue walking, and when's the best time that you need to actually run to the place that you need to be, right? And
Yeah,
I was taking it away that way for me, to make it simpler. But you're getting the women to find that balance and honor both sides
exactly.
of the yin and yang.
I love, yeah, I love giving this example of yin and yang symbol because the symbol is not static, it's moving black into
Mm,
white, white into black. And this is how we are and our relationships and also ourselves because it's never bad for ladies to have some masculine characteristics or to do something which is masculine or just some masculine energy that is present, but there should be a balance, yeah, and it's like yin and yang, so it's a play of those two, in us and also in our relationships, feminine with masculine, masculine with feminine, so it's all about balance, all about balance.
and I really love that. That's an amazing share. For definitely a big one for me to take away from our conversations. So the final questions that I'll check with you is, like what what do you, knowing what you know now, what would you have appreciated in the teenage years of yourself at that time?
It's really powerful, and I wish everyone knows that is that every loss, disappointment, failure, or suffering from your teenage builds the foundation for the way towards your dreams. Because this is failure, suffering, things that happen to us that frustrate us, or maybe even some traumas, they create, they develop our values, and our values is what drives us in the future.
Mm,
Because even through pure psychology, when I look back, I can explain why I am the way I am. And what yoga gave me is the acceptance of that, if that I have not only right to be the way I am, but this is how it is supposed to be. My life purpose is to be me. So all the things that you're going through as a teenager is actually something that has been given or which is actually under some control, and uh, it's the building blocks for your happiness. Maybe now it's difficult to understand, but this is what will drive you towards your goals and your dreams in the future.
I love that. Actually, that's an amazing takeaway for all the young viewers of our to the talks. So last and final question before we wrap this amazing conversation of ours today. what would you like the people who've been listening to this take away from our conversation?
Well, this is actually what I already shared, is that uh, my biggest takeaway from my journey is that I have to enjoy my journey, because this is how it is supposed to be. I think that I've made a mistake. Yes, I can call it mistake, but it's not a mistake. It's for me to learn something. And our life stories, all the sufferings that we are experiencing, failures, rejections, they are a part of our book, of our journey, and we need to embrace that. My biggest takeaway is really from my yogic, again, from yoga philosophy, is that I am me, and this is how it is supposed to be. This is my life purpose, to live this life the way I am. It's not only that I shouldn't be guilty about who I am, and maybe in some ways I'm different, but this is something I need to embrace, and this is my life purpose. So I need to live my life exploring myself and trying to connect the things, your whys, to you know what you want and what you see, your desires, everything about you. It's actually how it is supposed to be. Everything that is happening to you is your grand plan. So instead of, again, it's from yoga philosophy, instead of resisting that, accept that. Because what we actually do, we counter react to all the failures. Something is happening against my preference or the way I see things, and I start counter reacting. But what if you just wait and see what's happening? You know, I mean, when you don't get what you want, these are those situations.
Yeah.
Because most probably this is how it is supposed to be. So why, if you just, instead of starting doing something to improve a situation, why you just don't wait and don't accept that? Because definitely what you can do, and what that highest power, whatever we call it, God or universe, or again your preference how you call it, what that big power has in mind, you know, that's powerful. So it's just embracing where you are, because you're always in the right time, in the right place, and the way you live your life and what happened to you, this is exactly how it's supposed to be.
Wow, I really love that. The best takeaways for our uh, conversation for people to take away. I want to say thank you very much, Tanya, for taking the time out and hopping on to Choose the Talk and sharing such an amazing journey and takeaways for everybody. And everybody who's been watching us live or as a podcast version of this episode, thank you very much. If you had a aha moment or a spark moment, it's now our duty to share this episode with whomever you think should be listening to this. Or if somebody's popped up in your mind, just tag them to this episode, or send them across, because you don't know who's woken up or gone to bed thinking of a better day. And if you had an inspiration from this episode, it might just create that inspiration in them as well, and they might just take the step that they're thinking of taking to move forward. Thank you very much, Tanya, again
Thank
for
you.
this amazing episode. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.